watching Old School Gamer Live. Boom shakalaka.
Welcome, everyone, to another episode Old School Gamer Live. I hope all you old school gamers are doing absolutely amazing out there. I got a really exciting episode tonight. We are bringing on our first official sponsor of the show. I'm so excited for Ryan. You know, this is awesome stuff. It's going to help keep the magazine alive, and it's going to help make the magazine bigger and better. And it's exactly what we need for the magazine. Every year that he operates a magazine, it just gets bigger and it just gets more expensive. And every time that happens, he needs a little more help. And so with your support, we're going to have a little AETN help here, I guess PBS fundraising drive here. Our Kickstarter is kicking off, guys, and it's kicking off very, very, very soon. I don't know the exact date, but in the next week or so, our Kickstarter is going to be popping off. And we would appreciate everyone's support on that because, like I said, it gets very expensive to fire off these issues. Every issue that we fire off is like $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 to print these things. So every time that we do this, it's expensive and it takes a lot of time and a lot of work and a lot of effort. And we need some help. So every time we do it, we need some help from you guys. So please help us out if you possibly can. And we're talking about a lot of stuff this week. Let's run down it real quick here. We got our magazine update. Now, bear with me. I have written myself a list of stuff this week. Usually I just go off the top of my head. I've written down a list to try to keep myself organized, and it might jam me all up. So bear with me here. We got the magazine update. We got our latest news. We got something new that I'm focusing on, guys, and we are going to look at modern era. What is the old school gamer doing in the modern era now? There's all kinds of stuff going on now, and we're looking into that. We're also going to check out our weekly tournament roundup. And last but least, we're going to look at what our game of the week was, and we're going to play the Home Arcade Challenge. All right, first of all, let's get into our magazine update. We have our educational issue that's popping. First of all, let me talk about the latest issue popped, and I'm very excited about this really cool article that Todd dropped about Activision and where it all started. You guys need to read this one. It has some really cool stuff in it. Tells you where the name Activision came from, who came up with it, some of the first games, all kinds of stuff. You can read more about it in the latest issue of Old School Gamer. Go get in on that one right now. All right, I want to talk a little bit about our schedule for this year, the end of the year. We're taking our summer end break. This is our last episode for the summer season. Next season is going to start October 5th, as you see there. Then we're going to be streaming every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time like we have forever. But you see we have some extra special episodes highlighted right here. October 26th, our Halloween episode. November 23rd is our Thanksgiving episode. December 28th is our special Christmas, holiday, New Year's episode. So that's where those ones are highlighted because we're going to do something special. We're going to have extra giveaways, a bunch of different stuff that's going to happen, special guests, all kinds of stuff like that. So make sure you're around on those episodes. You definitely want to be there every week, but those are going to be extra special episodes. So make sure you're there, especially for those. Let's stop in and see who in the heck's hanging out with us tonight. Let's pull up the comments, see who's hanging out. We got Messiah. Good to see you, man. We got Say Crow. We got Jen. How are you? We got Raskler. I'm right here. I'm showing myself, man. We got Mr. Jer. Hey, man. I need to send you your coloring book still. Do not let me forget that. I've got to do that. Andy, what up, dude? G.I. Joel. How are you, dude? We got Spanky, we got SR, we got Tiffany, we got Randy, we got Adam. Good to see you, man. We got Lily, we got Freya Rose, we got Alex. How in the heck are you guys? Good to see you. Thank you so much for spending your Thursday night with us here. All right. I guess what we're going to do is talk about our new sponsor, Dripshop.live. These guys have something really, really cool. The best way to describe it is it's a live eBay that you can interact with, and you can even have your own store through them. And I think it's it's a lot easier than going through QVC, basically. Let's bring on the boy himself. He's going to tell us all about it. Will Lassalle, how are you, my friend? Thank you so much for being on tonight.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me, Gunther.
Let's talk first about Drip, and then I want to talk about you yourself. You got your own thing going on outside of Drip, but let's talk first about Drip and what is the company and what they offer the customer out there looking for these amazing collectibles that we're all searching for every single day.
Yeah, thanks. So Drip is definitely, when it comes to old school gaming and collecting, Drip is a phenomenal platform to be able to kind of add to that, right? And the reason behind it is you got a lot of awesome sellers / streamers, right? And some of them put on amazing shows, right? Right now we have people live on Drip, right, as we speak, doing a seller by the name of R_Holt, and we'll show his stream. Yep, we show his stream right there, and he's doing a mystery bag stream. He's got a ceiling of 600. People are bidding, right? I don't know right now what the ceiling is. If there's anyone out there in the chat that know what the ceiling is, but a couple of weeks back, it was a Neo Geo AES console, right? And so someone was able to bid on that, bid about $30, $35 or something like that, and they came away with an AES. And Gunther, if you know, an AES is a phenomenal console. I couldn't afford one when they originally came out in the late 90s or whatever like that. But that's still right now a $600 console, right? So someone was able to win that. R_Holt puts on a great stream every Thursday, right? Around this time, it goes for 3-4 hours. So he sells the bags, does a lot of awesome giveaways, right? So you're talking about retro games, consoles, controllers, things of that nature, right? So PS3 Fats, he does some magical PS3s, right? That he sits there and he either auctions off, buy it now, even some stuff within a giveaway. We have other sellers. We have a great promotion. I know you were showing the graphic to Old School Gamer. there's a promo code Retro Gamer, which gives you 20% off up to $20, right, of your first purchase. So that's phenomenal. Imagine that, right, Gunther, where someone can get a deal, not only a deal through the platform on something that they need for their collection or something that just brings back the nostalgic feelings, but at the same time they're saving $20 on it.
Definitely.
So the platform, I live in the Orlando area now, originally from the New York, New Jersey area, but a lot of times you get entertained on this platform too. You said like QVC, right? But for a lot of the streamers, they put on a great show, right? And what I look at it is, we like hibachi, my family, right? We got Benihanas out here. We got two out here in Orlando, one in the Disney area and one in International Drive. And you go there, the food's all right, but you go there for the show too, right? And you're entertained, right? And with a lot of streamers, you get an entertaining show as well. So you're not just sitting there buying games. You can interact with the community. So it's fellow gamers that are in there talking shop, talking game, chopping it up, joking, and stuff like that. So it's a real phenomenal experience. The thing with Drip as well is it can simulcast. So someone can stream on Drip at the same time as streaming to YouTube, to Twitch, right? And we have another seller out there, Titastic. He melds his stream with a Super Smash Brothers tournament, right? And it's phenomenal. So you can sit there and bid, choose a character. They go through the tournament with a whole tree a whole tree tournament tree kind of architecture or whatever that's called, right? And it's phenomenal. It's fun. So you're sitting there rooting for Donkey Kong to take out Mario, Bowser, etc. So it's just a fun time that you can have. And sometimes I get consumed, Gunther, for hours on end just watching streams and spending some money, getting some bangers along the way.
I'll bet, man. That's a great idea to interact during the stream like that, man. I really like that. That can make it a really cool thing. I'm trying to figure out how in the heck we can do the same thing on this show with Drip, how to sell and interact. That's really a good idea.
Yeah, that they have a great integration with OBS. So there's ways to do it with OBS, and if you use, just say, OBS and your stream key. So you go to OBS, you're streaming onto Drip, but you also got your stream key that's sending it over to YouTube. And we're going to have people like that that are going to stream. Occasionally when we stream, JLS Gaming, we do that. So we co-stream on Drip, simulcasting to YouTube and Twitch at the same time. And I believe Facebook.
Can you show some of the other channels? Because there's not just gaming, right? I mean, we also have baseball.
Yeah.
We got Pokemon.
Yes. So we have definitely Pokemon and sports cards are two of the bigger. Yeah. Funko Pops is really growing. Shout out to the beautiful Liliana LaSalle, my wife. She's Lily FL55 on there. She does Funko Pops, but right now we have a Funko Pop stream going on by Just Peachy, right? And the audio's on there. But there you go. And you can always get great deals. I mean, those are phenomenal collectibles. Lily, like I said, sometimes is streaming on there, selling stuff, and you can get some great ones, man. I know, here we're talking games, but I've gone on there, and the treasure of my collection that I got from Whatnot, I'm trying to look around because my wife has all of our Funko Pops on displays on the wall. My favorite one is I have a Cosmic Ghost Rider that I got that has Baby Thanos. So if anybody knows about that, right, it has Baby Thanos with Cosmic Ghost Rider, who in an alternate Marvel universe is Frank Castle, the Punisher, right? So that's a phenomenal one that I got on one of these streams, and that's the kind of collectibles that you can get.
I've just recently learned a lot about these Funko Pops, how expensive and how collectible they are. It's unbelievable, especially the UV colored ones.
Oh yeah, definitely. And just showing some other categories. Here's the video game one. I'll come back to that one. But like you were saying, Pokemon, right? We got some streamers in there doing Pokemon streams right now.
That's crazy. Grass out of nowhere.
They do a lot of in the Pokemon and the cards, they do a lot of games, but they also do like rip and ships. So you can just buy packs, go through the thrill of you ripping it, right? But they're ripping it on stream. And if you get a banger, they'll put it in a sleeve real quick for you. You know, the whole community is there watching you, so you kind of get those whatever that chemical, that those endorphins of being able to rip and land a banger in a pack, right? But you're sharing it with the community, right? So everybody's saying GG, you know, stuff like that. So it's really fun.
That's a good idea.
Yep. I'll show you some with and I'll talk real quick about, like, there's anime, right? There's Dragon Ball Z. So a lot of trading card games. There's comic streams, Yu-Gi-Oh, and even other card streams. There's a lot of this one's Marvel cards. Oh, I used to collect those when I was young too. So again, the geek that I am, I'm a big Marvel one.
Marvel cards, dude. I love them, dude. I still have them. I got cards from 5th grade still.
Oh, beautiful. These look like it's the old school Marvel masterpieces, right?
I have those exact cards, man. I have that exact collection, the entire collection.
So
95 masterpieces is what those are called.
Yes, I have that. I have that collection and a lot of the foil cards. So again, you can relive that.
I followed that stream, dude. I want to watch that. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, right? Like you can, and that's the good thing too. Even if you miss a stream, so you don't get the stuff, you can rewatch the stream. So it's not only just a selling platform. If you miss the stream from a seller that's you find entertaining, and you can rewatch the streams, right? You can go to their page and watch previous streams, right?
Point is documentation, pretty much. You know, it's listing this stuff is historical content, pretty much.
Oh yeah, and some, like I said, some streams are really, really, really entertaining. I'm gonna go through real quick, Gunther. We have a promotion coming up called Console Wars. We just announced it. That's for next weekend.
That's
I believe 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th. We're giving away off the cuff. So each day is going to represent a certain console. So you're talking about Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, right? And it's going retro to current, and then Steam Deck. So, you know, PC gaming or whatever, right? So Steam Deck. And each day that you make any purchases, every $15 that's spent gets you an entry into a giveaway. For Xbox, it's going to be a Mountain Dew Xbox. That one I'm hyped for, and I want to get as many entries for that. For Sony, it's a PS5. For Nintendo, it's a Switch OLED. And then on Steam, it's a Steam Deck, right? So people are going to be streaming, doing giveaways, and kind of trying to keep on those days. They're going to keep to whatever brand. So I don't know the days exactly just yet off the top. We just announced it today, but one day will be Xbox focused. Another day will be Nintendo focused. Another day Sony. Another Steam focused, with a giveaway on. And on the last day of this promotion, they'll run the giveaway wheel and give away those consoles, right? But along the way, you have these streams. One of the streams, and I'll highlight a couple. We got Freya Rose, who I believe she's in the chat. She's going to be streaming on multiple days. We got Trey on the Hunt, who's going to be streaming, and he's actually an extended part of the Drip team that's going to have an article in the next episode of Old School Gamer Live on collecting, right? And on retro game collecting. And then we got Spank, my monkey, you know, SP4NK, my monkey, that's going to do a phenomenal stream on Console Wars on that Saturday. And then we have GG Retro Box launch party. That's JLS Gaming. That's me and my wife. And stay tuned to that one, because it's going to be fun. Because when I said that we put on a good show, that one's going to have my wife, the beautiful Liliana LaSalle, eat on stream for charity. And the charity, I forget the name, but I got to shout it out. The charity is, and Liliana, if you're in there, tell us what the charity is again. The charity basically does, I'm sorry, I closed. The charity does for hospitals, and they bring game units to the hospital for children that are there, you know, overnight, extended. So the proceeds from that, she's going to eat the world's hottest gummy bear live on stream. So we're not just selling games. We're not just going to be selling and giving away games. We're raising money for this charity. She's going to eat the world's hottest gummy bear that we got while we were at Classic Game Fest in Austin. So if you want to see her, you know, hurl or throw up or something like that, or see if she actually can do it, God bless her, you know, watch the stream. be part of Console Wars, and that's the kind of fun stuff that we have on Drip, Gunther.
That's awesome, man. That sounds really, really cool. I am excited about this partnership, man. I think we're going to be able to do really, really great stuff with this.
Likewise.
It couldn't be more in line. I mean, it's not like a VPN partnership or a Razer or something like that. It's a collectibles to collectors. It's perfect.
It really is. It really is, Gunther.
Talk about you, man. You have your own YouTube channel. You got your own stuff going on down in the Mecca of arcades in Orlando. What's going on down there, man?
Dude, it's we moved to Orlando right before the pandemic, so it kind of shut things down. But it was a few reasons. My main career, I'm an IT executive and stuff like that. So Orlando's the Mecca right now. It's conference season for IT stuff, right? So we got Gartner Symposium out here, InfoSec World, and Cyversity Conference, so in the cybersecurity space. And I would come out here all the time. It's really tough to tell your wife and kids, hey, Dad's going to a conference. Where are you going, Dad? Yeah, it's at Disney World. Oh, so besides them hiding in my luggage or anything like that, right? I got to come out here. I got to go to work in a conference, and they spend the day, eating breakfast or brunch with Mickey and going to Disney. And long story short, like you said, to meld the love of IT and cybersecurity with gaming, Orlando ended up being the perfect place and the most magical place on earth.
Yeah.
Orlando is what they consider like the Mecca, the hub of the metaverse, which we know we're old school, but we're going into the future. And what eventually for our kids and our kids' kids will be old school is this concept of the metaverse, right? So there's a lot. There's EA is out here, right? There's a big university for coders and developers. And like you said, years ago, this was the Mecca of arcades. So when I got out here, I was able to finally, after 20 something years of wanting arcade machines, I left and right, Gunther, I can just get an arcade machine because somebody has it. My wife does real estate, high-end real estate. Every house that she sells has a game room, and they either got, $20,000 limited edition pinball machines, right? Like a Wizard of Oz one. And I'm going in there and I'm like, I got to upgrade my game room. But, it's the Mecca out here because I know, and in speaking with Ryan, it's a challenge in other parts of the country to find arcade machines. But here they're in abundance, and there's actually the revitalization. I know you guys had Tokens, the Tokens documentary and stuff like that, where they were talking about the revival of barcades and stuff like that. Out here, we have Arcade Monster that has 4. They're opening their 5th in Central Florida, and they're opening one. I'm sorry if I'm stealing their thunder, in San Diego, California now. So they're at the forefront of this.
Wow.
And doing it big across the country. And we come from a generation that's seen the arcades shut down, right? And we get that nostalgia feel of the arcades shutting down. And to see the growth around here of arcades and barcades is phenomenal to me. So I love living here because I can relive those old memories. We literally are probably 3 miles. My wife goes to trivia night at, I think it's called Player One or One Up Arcade. That's a barcade to go do trivia night. So it's nice. I love it.
Man, I'm so envious, dude, because I have my closest arcade is about an hour and a half away from me, and that's down in Fayetteville. And then the other closest one is in Branson. That's another hour and a half away from me. So, and they don't really do anything. They just kind of they exist, and it's like, bending their arms to do anything. And they're great arcades. They're just not active, I see, like I watch Token Taverns and stuff like that, and these guys are running tournaments and all this stuff's going on. It's like, I wish I had something like that around here. The closest thing to that is Dave and Buster's, and that's not even anything like that. At least it's a bar and there's people in there doing stuff, but it's not like what you have down there, like the Arcade Monsters and those, happening, like the game terminal in Nashville. I don't know if you've ever seen that place. This is happening places that have active leaderboards and have active tournaments and people that go there to play competitively. That's what I want around here, and I just live in too rural of an area to have that luxury, at least right now. Fingers crossed.
Well, let's get you down here for Free Play Florida.
I
It's
love
in
to.
November, and
What day in November?
that's phenomenal.
What
I
day?
believe the 17th through 19th. So
Maybe.
that one's huge because that one's huge. That one's huge for Florida, but it's in the mecca of it. So not only can you go there, we've had Warren Davis there, we've had other big guests, Angry Video Game Nerd, but you come to Orlando, and like I was saying earlier, you got Benihana's, you got I think it's the world's biggest White Castle, right?
Oh,
so it's like you got tons of stuff to not only do with arcade machines, but to relive like nostalgia from your youth and to visit other arcade machines and get competitive because they're packed, right? So you're going, like you said, leaderboards, tournaments from a retro perspective, and they still have modern consoles there too, right? So they have the nice lounges set up where people can sit there and play Madden tournaments, Smash and stuff like that.
Very cool. Very cool. Let's talk about what you do with your YouTube channel, man.
Okay, cool. So we started the YouTube channel as a family thing at the beginning onset of the pandemic, right? You're holed up at home. Let's do this stuff. Let's have some fun, get the entrepreneurial spirit. And the twist that I took is to talk about video game topics, right? I'm in my day job, like I said, I'm an accomplished IT executive and serial entrepreneur, businessman. So I try to tackle video game topics from a business perspective, right? Trying to understand, you were saying something earlier about the economics around having a print magazine in these days and why sponsors are so critical. So it's stuff like that where I can take, let's say you were talking earlier about Activision, right? So I can take a topic of Activision getting acquired, right? Why? But and I'm an investor in Microsoft, right? So I sit there on investor calls, I read prospectuses and stuff like that. So I tackle topics on what's happening in video games from a business perspective and why companies are doing what they're doing, why companies like DLC, why companies would go through an acquisition, why a company would object to an acquisition and cry to the FCC and cry to the EU, right? What is the next potential big acquisition? You said something earlier too about video games. People don't realize that during the pandemic, video games made more money than sports and entertainment combined, right? So a lot of people don't talk about that on podcasts. It's boring. But as we get older and older and we sit there and we exchange, Nintendo Powers for Fortune, right? Or the Wall Street Journal, video games are huge, right? And video games is a huge industry, esports and stuff like that. So, it's really taken over. One thing, Gunther, real quick, that I when I got into YouTube, I used to make fun of my kids because they would sit there and watch kids playing video games, watch other kids on YouTube and Twitch and stuff like that. And I would go, we have those games, right? I have them downstairs. I don't got no time because I'm busy working, but we have that downstairs in the game room. We have these machines. We have, right, a whole big collection. Why aren't you playing the games? And then as I sat there, I'm like, kids, right? And you start feeling old. I sat there and I plopped down to watch my beloved Brooklyn Nets. And I realized I'm a grown ASS man watching grown ASS men play a child's game. That's when it hit me, right? Where my kids are doing the same thing, right? I'm watching 100-year-old sport, right? It's so that's when it hit me, like, this is not the future. This is the now and the future with esports and everything like that. I remember a lot of people were laughing at. I remember Rick Fox invested for a Laker. He invested in the esports team, right? You got NFL, NBA players that are sitting there having a second career as a professional esports athlete, and in some cases retiring from the sport early and pursuing esports instead, right? Because you don't get, CTE and stuff like that. So it just made the hamster run around, Gunther, and that's where the idea for a lot of things around JLS Gaming came to be.
It's one of those sort of weird things, man, where, my parents said video games rot your brain. They'll never make you a cent, blah, 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 blah. Well, now look, right? I mean, they've made people billions and billions and billions of dollars on top of billions of dollars, man, and will continue to do that and have trained people to be able to fly planes and spacecraft and infiltrate enemy bases, and all kinds of things, man, that have saved countless lives. So video games are such an amazing thing that you can't even really fathom it at this point, how amazing video games have been to the human evolution, pretty much. It's really amazing. And just like what you said, man, watching your kids play those games, I had the exact thing. She's watching Minecraft or whatever, and you're like, what are you doing? And then I'm watching somebody play Call of Duty one day. I'm like, why am I not playing it? I'm watching this guy play it.
Yeah.
I'm doing what my kid was doing. Oh my, holy crap, look at this. I'm doing it. Wow. So it's like, yeah, it's like the evolution of it, man. You just move into it. Natural.
I watch speedrunners, and I'm sitting there like, I've watched the speedrunner on TMNT for the NES. I said, dude, that thing, when I was little, I actually beat it. I'm one of the few that beat these games that people are like, they're unbeatable or whatever like that. So I beat that. I beat like Ghosts and Goblins, Ghouls and Ghosts, like that stuff. But it's like, this is a month's thing. This is like, I had charts and everything like that when I was little. These guys are speed running these games, right? And I'm just like in awe watching it. But like you said, you're spending 30, 45 minutes watching somebody speed run a game, and it's entertaining. So it's crazy to think the future, right?
I love it all. I like watching the speedrunners. I like watching the guys that meticulously get through. I like the whole gambit of it, man. It's all really cool. All right, let's talk about where everybody can find Drip and how they can interact.
So you can find Drip. There's the app as the app and the website, right? Dripshop.live. There's a QR code right there to be able to download the app that people can scan. But again, if you search for it, you can get it. And using the code Retro Gamer, right? That's the promotion that Drip has for Old School Gamer exclusively. In the obviously anybody can use it, but to sign up, that gets you 20% off up to $20, right? So again, if you find and you get a great deal on a console or something, a PS3 fat backwards compatible, right? You can get an extra $20 off. The other thing is shipping on the platform is $4 flat for the first item, 50 cents any additional item. It doesn't matter what the item is or the weight. So that's huge too when you think about that from a perspective, because the reason that popped in my head, remember those PS3 fats are heavy.
20 pounds at least.
Yeah, they're heavy, man. So usually the shipping kills things on other platforms because the shipping ends up killing it because it goes by weight. So here it's flat $4.50. So if you bought something already, you can literally get a PS3 fat or a PS5 shipped to you for 50 cents.
That's awesome, dude.
It's insane, right? So
cool. Well, I appreciate you being on tonight, man. Thank you so much.
No problem. And, thank you so much.
Yeah, we'll have you on again. I think we're scheduled to have you on once a month. I think something along those lines. And
once a month, and we'll premiere. We'll premiere other sellers on the platform. Please, if you want to sell on the platform, feel free to apply. Right, we will. There's some prerequisites and qualifications that need to be there, but you think you can stream on there, feel free. And hopefully we'll start highlighting some, not only in the print magazine but on here too, Gunther.
Awesome. Have a good one, man. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. Bye, guys. Thank you so much.
All right, guys. I am excited to be partnered up with those guys. That is such a badass platform. That's all I can say about it. It really, really, really is. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for stopping in as well. I know you guys are new, and thank you so much for checking us out. We talk about retro gaming, as you can guess. Talk about retro gaming and gaming in general, basically, pretty much. All right, let's move on to our news segment, guys. Latest news in the world of Old School Gamer Live. We have found something super cool that just got dropped, and let's pull it up here. We're going to drop that. We're going to pull this one up here. Atari just dropped a brand new cartridge. Check this out. How cool is this? Outlaw. Brand new cartridge from a retro game, come from 76. Absolutely cool. Pull up the details. Old OG game, original cartridge and box. So we can get some video of it. What's different about this game, though, is it gives you a 2-player version that didn't have before. So very cool. All right. Next, I want to talk about is what's really cool with the Stern Insider app. If you guys haven't learned about this yet, you're able to search for live online Stern tables that you can play in bars around you. Check this out. All right, next on the latest news, we are focusing next season, not necessarily focusing, but we're adding some modern era segments. And I'm going to be focusing next year, 2024, on playing Big Buck Hunter and competing with the Big Buck Hunter Reloaded World Championship and on Golden Tee World Championship. I missed the registration on Big Buck by one freaking day this year. I could have been competing this year on the 2023, but I missed it, which really sucks. But it's okay. I'm going to focus on next year, and we're going to follow along on that. So I'm going to do another segment that I'm going to be doing every episode, guys. It's the On Location Challenge. Let's see if you guys have what it takes to beat my score this week. Here we go. Hey guys, it's Gunther. No Quarter with Old School Gamer Live here with you. We are doing a new thing. We're doing a challenge here on Big Buck Hunter. Live and Data Testers. One of my favorite challenges here. We're going to do the Salmon Challenge. Check this out. Let's see if you guys can beat my high score. Let's go. I missed 3 that time. I have yet to get all 35 on this thing, guys. This is one of the toughest ones on this game. All right, here we go. We're going to run this again. score that time. So this is a challenge that they did at the last World Championship. It was amazing. There are many, many 35s done. Nailed it. With all 35 that time. All right. I think I'll be able to do it one more time. It's the first time I've been able to do it. So I'm getting it down. Guys, final score in the David Busters tonight. Final score 5,160. Can you guys beat my score? 5,160. That's why he's calling, because I'm muted. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Raskler, he saved the day like always. I can't tell you how many times he has saved me with my audio or whatever. Anyway, let me re-say what I was saying there, guys. Here's the Big Buck World Championship popping off in October. I would love to go to this, but Ryan would throttle me if I did, so I can't do it. But let me at least show you the video about it, and we can dream about it, right? But I'm going to the one in 2024, Ryan, and you're going to pay for it too. So FYI on that. Here we go. Check this out, guys.
On October 20th and 21st, saddle up for a 2-day shindig of global proportions as Big Buck Hunter takes over Chicago's original country western destination, Joe's Bar on Weed Street. Fancy yourself a sharpshooter? Throw your hat in the ring by playing Pro Mode now through September 4th at participating online locations. You could take the stage with the top 128 hunters in the world and set your sights on an epic $100,000 prize pool. in Big Buck World Championship 16. The world's wildest arcade event is back and better than ever with more fun than you can shake a stick at. Experience the hottest new games from raw thrills and play mechanics. Join a rowdy on-stage game show and dance the night away with DJ Serious Lee. All free of charge. Plus some special surprises that any Big Buck Hunter fan won't want to miss. Join the party in person with free all-ages general admission. Or follow the live broadcast at BigBuckHunter.com. But that's not all. Players ages 13 to 17 can sign up on-site for the second annual Young Buck Hunters Tournament to get a piece of the action and a shot at awesome prizes. Not a competitor, but want to party like one? Grab a 2-night VIP pass for free food, drinks, and exclusive lounge access. While you're at it, book your stay at Hotel Cass for special block rates and complimentary shuttle service from Chicago's iconic Magnificent Mile. Mark your calendar and tell your friends. Big Buck World Championship 16 is on the horizon and coming in hot.
Okay, so in Chicago, it's popping off. That is going to be an absolute freaking blast, guys. Ryan might actually have to pay for that one anyway for me. We'll have to look into that. Now, if you guys have not seen what the cabinet looks like on these things nowadays, the cabinet I played there at Dave & Buster's is a couple years old. That's just the Wild HD one. The new Reloaded cabinet, this thing's a freaking beast, and it is badass. Check this thing out. Now, they're not cheap. You know, they're $7,200. So, you know, they're not for home use. They're for commercial installation. So don't think that you're going to just be slapping it there in the living room anytime soon. But they're definitely super, super cool. And I am definitely going to be getting into that community this year in 2024. So follow along as I go down that path. I don't expect to get very far, but it's still going to be fun. You know, if you don't try, you're never going to get anywhere, right? So I'm going to try. Now, on top of Big Buck, I'm also going to be getting into some Golden Tee because that's got an awesome community as well. They have Golden Tee World Championship on the standard arcade cabinet, and they also have Golden Tee Mobile. If you haven't seen that yet, that's actually really cool. Check out the hole-in-one that they have set up that they do every single week. Check this out.
These are your shots of the week. 5.
So that's really cool to see some high-level gameplay, which those guys over there are no slackers in the Golden Tee world. So I don't think I'm going to get very far, and especially the closest location that has any of that stuff, which luckily the same location has the newest Big Buck and has the newest Golden Tee. It's about an hour away. So I have to travel to get there, but I might be able to get there once every couple of weeks. So I think I'll be able to get some time into practice. Maybe. We will see. But anyway, all right, that's my news segment, guys. I want to fire off my Arcade Online and see if we can win anything this week. Let's go ahead and fire this off here. Let's see here. Explain. There we go. All right. Let's see. I think somebody's ahead of me. Yep. Now, I saw that you can queue up, so let's give it a second here. Looks like they just won 620 tickets, man. That's awesome.
Step right up.
Let's see Jasmine.
Everyone can play.
Let's see, pull this up so we see better. Let's see if Jasmine is going to play it again. If not, I'll get to go.
Hurry, hurry, hurry.
Okay. Does she get to go, or do I get to run it?
You can't win if you don't play. Here we go.
I think let me drop it right there. Oh, what? No, that was her. Here. Let's run. Go to here. Let's see here. Where's that one I was playing the other day? Here we go. All right. I'm queued up. We got 2 balls in there. Oh no. Curtis is queued up. Spoiled in there on me. Look at that. Yeah, I'm queued up here. All right, hot shot. See what you got. Well, I don't know, guys. I've tried that one a couple times. It's a cool concept, but it just doesn't work in practice, does it? All right, let's go to our weekly tournament roundup. Boy, I wish that would work. It would be so cool if it worked, wouldn't it? Last week's pinball challenge was victory. What a ridiculously difficult pinball table this was. And our buddy Sacro slayed it with 7,173,980 points. Yeah, I couldn't get over 3 million. He absolutely destroyed me. Very good run, man. Very, very good run. This week, our pinball challenge for the Legends Arcade family is Bubble Bobble This is a really fun table. It's one of those interesting kind of target pinball tables. I'm not really sure how to explain it, but it's a really cool table. Fire this one off and have a blast on it. This is the second week for the MCAP table, Adams Family table. Go check that one out. Our pals over at Fighters Evolution have a really fun weekend planned. Street Fighter tournament on Saturday. Go check that one out. And then over on Sunday, they have an SNK versus Capcom challenge going. That's going to be an absolute blast to watch. Or if you want to sign up and play along, go do that. Every week on the Arcade High Score Challenge Club, these boys are playing games and hanging out. Now, these are the OGs, the guys from the 70s, 80s, and 90s that played the games, that made the games. If you have a question about how to play the game or do something, these are the guys that more than likely can answer that question. So get into this group, join up, and hang out with us here. Our pals over at Retro Games Fun, every single week we vote on a game to play on the weekend. This week, I voted on Super Pac-Man. I love that one, and I think I might be able to win the challenge this week, so that's why I voted for that one. Our pal Warren has an awesome page on Facebook, Neo Turf Masters. If you're a golf fan, if you love Neo Turf Masters, you need to be in this group. Our good pals Raskler and Shotgun Sean. Raskler, thank you so much, my friend, for helping out with the audio tonight. Save the day like usual. They have an awesome show every single Tuesday where they play games and hang out and just ultimately have a great time. Love these boys. Go hang out with those guys every single Tuesday. Our good pal Sace and our good pal Six, they have an awesome show. They are curating it right now. They are doing some changes and they are making some new episodes. They're getting ready for that. And also, as you see, Sace is running for president, so get your vote in for him. Our pals Brandon and Brandy over at Game Junction, they are doing all kinds of cool stuff, so check them out on their empire, the Game Junction Empire, where they're at. They're everywhere. Everywhere you look, you will find Game Junction. Those guys are doing all kinds of awesome stuff. There he is, the winner right there, the grand champion. Boy, he saved my skin many times, that boy. Old Raskler. And next season, we're going to be bringing on some Fightcade. If you don't know what Fightcade is, guys, this is one of the coolest retro gaming platforms around. It's free, and you can play with all your companions on your computer. I wish I had something for Polycade, but I don't have anything new right now for those boys. Check out Polycade too. I love those guys. And also, there's some new stuff for Polycade coming around. I can't really say anything just yet, so just hang out and you'll see some stuff. All right. Last week, we had Joust was Game of the Week. We had Lonnie McDonald on, who is the Grand Champion, World Champion, whatever you want to say, the most awesomest Joust champion, on last week to tell us some tips. It didn't really help me because I'm a thick-skulled fool. But this week, we are doing a Bubble Bobble for the challenge, and we are doing the Snack Dragon challenge for the Home Arcade Challenge, guys. We are running out of time, but I'm going to fire it off 1 or 2 times. So let me get it pulled up here. Get my Ant stream pulled up. Here we go. And my controller should already be synced. Come on. Turn on. Controller should be synced. All right. So, Bubble Bobble, the challenge, Snack Dragon. I sure appreciate everybody hanging out with us tonight, and I hope you hang loose on our summer break and get ready for our fall season, because we got a lot of cool stuff planned, and we are going to be doing a lot of cool stuff for fall season. And I'll tell you, I am excited for a bit of a break because I have been so freaking busy at work and and with Old School Gamer. I mean, quite frankly, we've been slammed doing all kinds of stuff. And it's not going to slow down really for Old School Magazine, because Ryan is fixing to gear up with the Kickstarter, and that's when it hits hard for him. I know he's got a trade show in Ohio he's got to go to. Torg, I think is what that one's called. And then we have the Portland show that's popping. And then I believe there's one other show this year. But other than that, it's kind of winding down for 2023. Trade show wise. Oh, is he going to get me? You know, Bubble Bobble, this game is one game that I have one of the earliest memories of actually playing and seeing the art of. Uh-oh. That's it. What do I get? All right, let's see where our scores look like here. This might be a challenge that we've already played. Yep. All right, so I'm sitting at 12,400. Looks like Dragon's sitting at 22,200. That's from 2 years ago. So we've played this one in the past. That's fine. We will continue to try to top these scores. So we've got to beat Dragon's score 22, which is a pretty good score. But all right, we're going to call that an episode of Old School Gamer Live. Guys, that was episode 40. And I appreciate everyone hanging out with me. Richard Dello, what's up, dude? That'll get you, won't you? The old football season will get you every time. Yeah, it just started. Well, no problem, man. You can run her back. Appreciate you stopping by either way. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us. And I will see everybody fall season. Remember, we are going to be gone for the end of summer here, summer break. We'll be back October 5th. I'm going to be playing some reruns of some of our more popular episodes during those last 3 weeks. And then we will come back heavy October 5th with a brand new episode of Old School Gamer Live. And we will be excited to see every one of you guys. So have a great one, and we'll talk to everybody later.
Hi, everybody. This is Tim Kittro, and you're watching Old School Gamer Live. Boom shakalaka! Boom shakalaka! Hey everybody, it's Tim Kitzer here, the voice of some of your favorite video games like NBA Jam and NFL Blitz, and I'm here to talk to you about Old School Gamer Magazine. It's the magazine for retro gaming, and it's exploding. Kaboom! Old School Gamer Magazine now has twice the content, with new columns on retro gaming, arcades, retro computers, indie publishing, and a ton more. Plus gaming history, memories, and modern excitement in every issue. Find out when conventions are happening and what you might have missed at others around the country. Print issues come out every other month, and if you want to go green, digital options are available. If you aren't in the U.S., take a look at our digital options or the new print on demand through Amazon. This massively expanding magazine is all yours in print and digital for just $50 a year in the U.S., $75 in Canada, or digital-only subscriptions, including all of our back issues for just $20 a year. Visit oldschoolgamer.com and subscribe now. That's oldschoolgamer.com. Boom shakalaka!